Good evening and thanks for being up with us at for KREM 2 News at 11. I'm Cody Proctor. Well, we're getting straight over now to breaking news. An ATF agent was shot along with a suspect outside the Motel 6 off Sunset Boulevard in West Spokane. KREM 2's Kyle Simchuk has been at the scene all night and he's bringing us the latest. And Kyle, what more are police telling you?
Well, Cody, the agent and the suspect were both rushed to the hospital. We do not know their condition at this time, but Spokane police are still searching for two suspects believed to be armed. Police think they might have been involved in this incident as well. According to Spokane Police Chief Craig Meidel, ATF called police around 5 saying one of their agents had been shot along with a suspect. Two other suspects managed to get away and police have been searching for them ever since. The Spokane County Sheriff's helicopter circled the scene for about an hour. Police did not give us a description of the suspects, only saying they consider them to be armed. Now you're about to hear from Police Chief Meidel as well as a man who lives nearby and heard the gunfire.
I do not have an update for you on the condition of the ATF agent or the suspect at this time. After this incident after we have been able to lock down this scene, the Spokane Police Department will take the lead. The FBI declined to respond and take the investigation. They asked that we take that investigation for them.
Luckily, in a way, we didn't see anything, but maybe 5 minutes later, less than 5 minutes, we started hearing police cars and, emergency responders, things like that. And we all saw on social media that what we're learning has happened. And so it was just very surreal to have something like that happen just literally down the street.
Police remain on scene and have an entire block closed off with crime tape. Spokane police told us any new information will come from the ATF. We reached out to the agency but haven't heard any updates. Reporting live in West Spokane, Kyle Simchuk, KREM 2 News.
Kyle, thank you so much for sticking with the story. And of course, this is a developing situation and we'll continue to track this and update as soon as we learn more. In the meantime, you can check KREM.com for the very latest. An 18-year-old University High School student has been arrested for making threats. Classes were canceled at the high school today after threats that someone was going to shoot up the school were passed around on social media. The school originally delayed classes by 2 hours, but ended up canceling classes altogether. Deputies received a tip early this morning. Investigators didn't find a specific threat from the student about shooting the school, but says they did find evidence the teenager threatened to kill a 16-year-old classmate. Law enforcement arrested him this afternoon and booked him into the Spokane County Jail for felony harassment and threats to kill. Friday brought more rain and clouds to end the work week for us, but well, let's stick around for the weekend. Meteorologist Thomas Patrick joining us now. And Thomas, will this impact our weekend plans?
Maybe just a little bit. We still got to keep tabs on some showers, especially tomorrow afternoon, but largely this is going to be a dry weekend. By the way, this weekend we do fall back. It's the end of daylight saving time on Sunday, and that means our sunset's getting an hour earlier. The trade-off is that sunrise is also an hour earlier, but on Sunday, 4:22 p.m. sunsets. We will have some very early sunsets pretty much through January before they recover. As for the showers, we're actually still seeing some showers on the Palouse between Pullman and Moscow down towards Lewiston. And of course, some mountain snow showers to go along with that. For tomorrow, the batch of showers will arrive at around 10, 11, 12 o'clock, late morning, midday hours, but probably just one instance of some passing showers. The rest of the weekend should be dry, however, quite windy overall. So coming up, I'll show you just how strong those winds will gust throughout the course of this weekend and how wet we're tracking our next storm systems to be come next week.
Thomas, thank you so much. And of course, we're also keeping a look ahead not only at the weekend when it comes to the forecast, but also this winter. The Washington State Department of Transportation is warning that staff shortages could mean some roads and passes will stay closed longer than normal due to storms this winter. WSDOT says as of late last month, they're down almost 300 of their typical winter staffing positions. But despite the shortage, the department says safety will remain their top priority. So here's what officials say we can expect. Some roads and passes will be closed longer than normal during and after significant storms. The department also says to expect less attention to secondary routes as crews focus on higher priority roads. Some lanes of the freeway system may have snow and ice while crews focus on keeping just 1 or 2 lanes open. There also may be lower speed limits. There could also be slower response times and it may take longer to clear major crashes. In the meantime, drivers should make sure their vehicles are ready, packing winter supplies, and of course, staying informed about weather conditions. Well, back in February, Washington bars closed temporarily during the pandemic, so many people went over to Coeur d'Alene, where the bars stayed open. This, along with other services, led to a surge in alcohol-related crimes in downtown Coeur d'Alene. But now the Coeur d'Alene Police Department says things are much better. KREM 2's Amanda Rowley explains how they made it happen.
Back in February, the Coeur d'Alene Police Department had to increase enforcement here in downtown Coeur d'Alene, and that's because they were seeing an uptick in alcohol-related crimes here in the area. Now, 9 months later, the situation has improved, and that's because the police department formed a partnership with owners of the bars in this area.
Coeur d'Alene Police Chief Lee White said 4 bars in particular, Mix, the Beacon, the Moose Lounge, and the Iron Horse, were the most popular locations for alcohol-related calls. Those 4 establishments alone received 122 calls in the first 2 months of the year.
Because we had to spend so much time in the downtown area dealing with those alcohol and violent crime-related issues, we weren't able to provide service to the rest of the city like we would normally do.
Captain Jeff Walther said increased population on weekends and over-service at bars were the main contributing factors to the surge in calls. As police work to curb these crimes, Walther says they found that some bars did not have training or resources to understand when someone was overserved. So the department started meeting regularly with the bar owners and formed a partnership that would eventually stop overservice.
Not overreaching as a government entity was important to us, and so really getting them sit down and giving them ideas on what modeled success looked like, what different environmental things that they could do to curb that crime and help us establishing communication, not with just the police department, but between each other when they have a problem, to let the neighboring bar know, hey, we just had this problem, they're headed your way.
When the situation was at its worst, Coeur d'Alene City Council made disorderly conduct illegal. This gave police an additional tool to curb alcohol-related crimes, but Captain Walther believes the relationships the department built with the bar owners made the biggest impact.
They have better business models in place. Their violent crime is down. Our violent crime is down. And it's a safer place to be than it was.
The downtown bars impacted by this situation agree that things are much better now. Now, the owners of these bars did not want to go on camera, but I did speak over the phone with the owner of the Moose Lounge, and he believes that communication and reinforcing policies have helped make downtown once again a safe and fun experience. Reporting in downtown Coeur d'Alene, Amanda Rowley, KREM 2 News.
Amanda, thank you so much. Well, still to come, a tough issue is getting more attention. Sex trafficking is on the rise in Seattle. We're breaking down the numbers as we take a look at one of the top cities for sex trafficking. Stay with us. We'll be right back.